Gone with the old, in with the new. Suka Productions is no more, and Sukavision is what lies beyond and currently before standing beyond us.
I don't know what to say now. That was just so beautiful. That was like a poem written by Edgar Allan Poe.
Suka stays, but Suka Productions is gone. Sukavision is staying.
Boom!
Sukavision, the new name of the company, is here. Suka Productions, the end of an era. Goodbye. Good night. You've had a good run. You had a great run.
Goodbye.
It's time to dominate the search results and no longer get anything that comes up with the name Suka.
All right, everybody, go look up Sukavision right now, like 10 times.
Look up Sukavision. Check out the images. Click on the images. Check out the website.
Oh, yeah.
Sukavision.com. It's going to continuously being updated each week. New amazing things. You can see all the films you've done. You can see the podcast. You can even buy merchandise. You should go check it out. Actually, at this point, the new shirt will be here because the new logo is here. We're actually filming this a week. No one even knows Sukavision is out currently, so we can't even talk about
this second. Nobody knows.
So the website is going to be. There'll be. Maybe you've already been to the website.
Maybe
if you follow our Instagram, which. Just a quick little thing. If you're not used to being here on the podcast, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can check out our website. We're on Instagram. Sukavision on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
The Suka Podcast on Instagram. We're on TikTok.
The
Suka Podcast.
Nothing will change on the podcast.
Yeah, nothing's going to change on the podcast. But those are just, everything will always be linked below. But just kind of giving you, if you can't check up with us here, check up with us somewhere else. Check out the easier stuff to watch because maybe you don't have time for that 60-minute episode.
Go check out one of those clips.
Just go check it out.
Go check out that Instagram. Go check out whatever you want.
Just take your pick and check it out.
At this point, the video is out, right?
Yeah. The Sukavision, the end of Suka Productions, ...
Yeah. That
it was a
video
tease.
is pretty epic.
You guys probably got teased by that. If you're watching this, you're like, oh, you got me. I thought you guys were giving up everything.
You actually knew... Depending on how big of a fan you are, if you got 47 minutes into the last pod...
You knew that Sukavision was something.
Yeah. We go, Sukavision!
And then you just started saying it.
Yeah.
But I don't think even if you were to listen to that, you wouldn't have known fully. And that's...
But now you do.
But now you do, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. So in today's episode, we're just going to be covering the future of Sukavision, the future of the podcast, goals we have, upcoming projects, the ins and outs of Sukavision, which is weird to say.
That is.
It's an end of an era, the start of a generation.
Wow. Luke's like a poet today. He's just spitting out facts.
It's probably because I've been reading Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh.
Who I actually haven't been reading. I just read the one story that we're adapting. It's kind of hard to understand. The older stories, like Shakespeare, is not pleasant to read. Pleasant.
Not fun.
Drop the word pleasant.
Have you ever read The Hobbit?
I read a little bit.
It's such old English.
Well, yeah, because that's old.
Yeah. I never remember how old like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are.
Just because the Hobbit movies are semi-recent.
Yeah.
And it makes it feel like, well, it's got to be in normal English because it's in English in movies.
This is not the English I know.
It was English in the movies, but I do not normal English here. Does not like the movies. You guys wrote the book after the movies, right?
It's a
anyone
movie
who
based
says
on the
that
book, right?
immediately just be like, shut up. You're wrong.
How many times has that happened? Really, not many at all.
You'd be surprised. I bet you
movie
left
on a
and
book?
right. Oh no, you're saying if it's actually happened. I'm saying whether people think it's happened.
Oh yeah,
or not.
yeah.
Like that's crazy. They wrote a book after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think there's any instances of movies and then a book.
No.
Maybe, like comics technically.
Yeah, maybe.
Or like I've definitely seen like kids books based on movies after they come out.
That's
and they're,
true.
Like,
That's
dumbed
very
down
true.
version of the story.
Yeah.
Like Ice Age, and it's just like Manny and Sid on the cover. I mean that's a if you just lost me there. Ice Age is a kids
Manny and
movie.
Sid, come on.
Manny and Sid, come on. But Sukavision, well, there's a lot of goals.
There is.
In this.
First, before we get into that, I want to ask. So you came to like a couple of people with the idea of Sukavision, and I never asked, where did the idea of the name come from? Did it just pop into your brain, or what's the
Well,
story?
I was like, Suka Productions. So there's this other guy that owns a Suka Productions film company. He doesn't make films, or maybe he does. He just does. I've never seen him, and I can't find him. But he has a videography company, and his grandpa gave him the name
It's
Suka.
like an anime videography.
He's
company.
an anime videography company, which is epic. I think it would be the ultimate crossover to have him on, and
That would be awesome.
because he would be like I don't think I emailed him 4 years ago, and I was like, hey, do you mind changing your name on Twitter? And he's like, sorry, bro, I can't. And I was like, he's our enemy. He's right.
He's mortal enemy.
We can't have peace. I was like, but this is the thing. Suka's Sam and Luke combined. It can't mean anything else than that. So the name Suka Productions obviously has been a while. Suka, and we just throw in productions at the end. And it was hard because Suka is technically a bad word and is banned on social media. Single use.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, it's not very good branding if your main word you can't even use. And I was like, well, the whole idea is that it's not just Suka. We would only call ourselves Suka anyways. And we're probably still going to be called Suka, and that as the lingo. When you got lingo to your brand, it's like, okay, Nike, but Nike. Nike, what's the full name? Is Nike the full name?
I think it's just Nike.
What's an instance of a full brand name, but there's abbreviation?
Pizza Hut. I just call it the Hut.
The Hut. There you go. There you go. You want to go to Pizza Hut? Where? The Hut. Oh, okay. I got you. So yeah, Suka is the main thing that needs to stay true. Productions that could be interchanged. Pictures, Suka Pictures. That was at some point. But the idea is what's this one word? And there was Panavision, the company, and it was Panavision is combining panorama and vision, and panorama just means a wide viewing angle. And I was like, Sukavision kind of sounds cool. And originally I was like, let's change our podcast to that, because that would help us maybe brand a little bit away from, because the whole idea is that one could live on its own, not trying to be so reliant, even though that the podcast we talk, now we're talking about the main channel. Obviously, we're not going to do this every week. That's why we talk about other topics, because that would get very stale, boring, and that's hard to talk about. But Suka Productions was hard to have because it was that you couldn't search it. And then it was that guy's stuff would sometimes randomly show up. Be 10 images of us and one of him. And it's that's bad for branding. Yeah. He owns the sukaproductions.com domain. I was like, that's an issue. I was like, there's so many little issues. I couldn't technically, so owning the LLC, it said Suka Productions Limited Liability Company versus LLC. So now there's the Sukavision LLC. Yeah. Which, if you're getting an LLC, that's a horrible process to go through. It's a month and a half and $700 for no reason. I mean, there is a reason they do it for Zen Business is what I went through. Mark Cuban's sponsored thing.
So Mark Cuban owns us.
So Mark Cuban owns us, technically. I mean, even though no one owns, they're just the ones that do the paperwork and obviously make it super easy and intuitive.
Yeah, I think
intuitive
you're right.
to use. So that's the Sukavision is the main name, but it was hard. It was that's a weird switch, because everyone's like, what do you look up? Suka Productions. What is the news saying to go check us out on? Suka Productions. What does the freaking newspaper say?
Yeah.
Suka Productions. And it was I think I leaned over to Sam while we were filming. I go, we cannot change that name.
We were standing in the newsroom, and you slowly walked over to me, and you leaned in and put your hand up, and you go, I don't know that we can change it.
It's they're saying Suka Productions everywhere.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was on the newspaper, the news. It was just plastered everywhere that it was Suka Productions, and you're like,
yeah, but it's all right, nothing's under Sukavision.
Yeah.
Sukavision have the domain, bought the domain.
And Sukavision just sounds super
It flows
sweet.
a lot better. Suka Productions, Sukavision.
Yeah.
Sukavision's whoa, what does that mean? So it's basically Suka, just keeping Suka pretty much, if you really break it down, the word came up with because it's Sam and Luke, even though, people that make, my dad's working on a movie, and it's going to be posted on Suka and produced by Suka. Yeah. That doesn't mean Sam and I are the ones making, or that it's always Sam and I doing something. It's just how it was created. Yeah. So don't think of it as anything of that is Sam and Luke the whole time. It's basically maybe just Sam helped with this, or just Luke. Majority of the time, we're both going to be doing it. And probably 99% of the time. But I don't want it to be, it's supposed to live on its own. You don't know Sir Nike, Mr. Nike, right?
Sir Nike.
So it's not the complete idea of that this is exactly, but that's just where it came up
Yeah.
with. Sukavision is just a name of a film, a fun name for a film company. Think of it like that.
Yeah.
Vision just being another word for movie. Panavision.
Sukavision.
Vision.
Boom.
But don't think of it as Panavision. Okay, it's just a cool name, okay?
Now,
It's just a cool name.
I want to ask this because it kind of feels like when I was thinking about, the big name change is happening, it kind of felt like where Suka Productions has been the thing for so long. Now, if you're a big fan, you'll remember Basically Brothers was a period very shortly.
That was literally like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was very short.
We've gone through the name change where it was Cable Management,
Oh, yeah.
Suka Productions, back
First,
to Cable Management, then to
Luke Ring
Ring.
Vlogs.
It went to Luke Ring Vlogs 4th.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
And it was just Luke Ring. And then it bounced back
Yeah.
to Suka Productions. And then it stayed at Suka Productions. And actually at one point was Suka Space Productions. And then we had to make it Suka Productions one word, which is a horrible thing.
Yeah,
like now people can just say hashtag Sukavision. It's one word.
Yeah.
It's simpler. It's easier. It's not... Suka Productions is 2 words, which is a little bit harder. And it's... Productions is a bigger word.
Yeah.
So Sukavision is very like... You can sound it out pretty
Yeah.
easily. And it'll be cool. So you can see
Doesn't
the website.
it feel like a new era, though? Like, it's leaving behind Suka Productions, where, like, Suka Productions was... Before, it was, like, vlogs, skits, reaction videos, all that lived on Suka Productions. What does the new era, what does it bring, Luke?
The new era, as we are currently in it, and currently the past probably 4 months arguably have been it, of this is the films, this is the big baller, this is making the cool productions, the big productions. This is not where you will find vlogs. This is not where you will find stuff like that. That can be found on individual channels if going down the YouTube. This is a place for anything that you are here for is about the brand and about making movies, for the love of making movies, to tell stories. The new era is Sukavision. So it's kind of like once you have a name change, you're kind of saying to the world, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like this is... Everything that comes behind for this is going to be under Sukavision, and who knows? Like, it's going to be weird to think someone's going to find us and be like, "Hey, you're on Sukavision."
Yeah.
That's going to be a weird thing to hear because it's going to probably the first couple times be like, "What am I on?" Like, not even realizing that Suka Productions is no longer where to go. I feel like I'm finally the past 2 months. Or ever, maybe even, it has been 2 months, which time flies, because it was the idea, I have had it written on my wall for a while, not on paper on my wall, not just a second.
You're just carving it.
Sukavision! This will be my greatest idea! So I've been staring it down for a while, and I was like, this has just gotta happen.
Yeah, because it's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, the new
like
logo's getting done.
Yeah.
So for the new shirts, it's basically the Suka logo, but just finished with Sukavision. A little bit longer. It's been in the works for a while.
Now, I wonder, when, like, people that find us now, like, without seeing anything or knowing us, they'll see Sukavision. Will they think, like, Suka on its own at all with that? I don't think so. I think
don't, and I hope they don't.
Yeah.
Honestly. I think it'll be fun. Maybe they'll be like, Suka!
Yeah.
But it's really like Suka Productions, so that's why it is Suka. So this will be like a Sukavision, I think, will take away the aspect of us more, so people just see, this is cool, this is fun, I like this brand.
Yeah.
And then, if you really want to know, the Suka podcast is about us, which is like the Suka Productions. That's us, what we're doing, talking about. It's more fun, it's more laid back. Maybe I'm probably not, but like the vlogs will live here. Not that we are going to vlog.
Yeah.
And at one point, I do want to have a channel where we can have behind the scenes and like someone does like a mini documentary every time we have a film.
That would be
and
awesome.
we like get to sit down and get interviewed and talk about it. Just a place for like media to live that we can use, like our own news source, like to interview us and have like what we want for the movie to be seen or what that would look like. So the new era is bright.
The new era is bright. It's very bright. I'm excited about the name change. I think that the new logo looks very cool. Luke's been working very hard on the website, so definitely, if you haven't already, go check that website out.
And you'll see the logo there. It should be on the top.
Yeah.
Sam Adkins, phenomenal artist, went to the same high school as me, and he's at Michigan right now, University of Michigan, and he makes the logos. I mean, almost all the, like the star the Sukavision, all made by him. Incredible artist. If you ever need anything, reach out. I mean, art-wise, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need some groceries in Michigan.
Hey, I actually am moving. Do you mind helping?
You
just never
Luke
talked to
said
him
you would
before.
help for everything. No. If you need something done, whether that's artwork, graphic work, his links will be. You can find him easily.
He does super, super cool work. He's
really talented comic artist, which that's something down the road I think would be so sweet. A Suka comic.
Yeah, and you can see his comic work on his Instagram, and he's got a very cool style. That's for sure. Awesome
artist. So he does that. So that'll be cool. That's easy to kind of starting. That's how you know the company is getting bigger. Is no longer. It used to be like I would just plug away on a logo and it would look maybe 50% of what he can do. Now it's like you focus your full 100% on that. We get a logo. Sweet.
And that just comes with growing up and getting money.
That's just the growing up, getting money life.
Yeah.
And as I wonder, what do you think our next hire? Like, do you think what? You know what I'm about to say. What is our next hire?
Oh yeah.
Or first hire? Or will it only be like distributing editing jobs?
I think it'll be more of like because I think it more will be so like hiring actors and like per project hiring people. I don't think a full hire will happen for a long time.
I'm guessing like in 2 years.
Yeah. I think acting...
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe stuff happens and it ends up being we have a team of 50 by the end of the year.
Like, thinking a year from now is like, wow.
Yeah,
right now, the podcast, if you look, like, when we started, it used to be 30 people a week would tune in. Now it's 150. So it's growing. If you're listening right now, you're part of that army.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting and loving everything that we're doing. And maybe you don't love it, maybe you just like it. But
yeah, maybe you just
maybe you just turn it on and you're like, God, I gotta watch this. And then you don't. And then you just mute it and you get the view duration up. And maybe that's just the type of person you are.
And we still love it.
And you're allowed to do that because you know what? If you see it or don't, does it really matter?
Amen.
No. I mean, obviously we want you to watch and be involved and support. But yeah, I think that'll be... Where do you see, because you've kind of taken a lot of leadership on the podcast, at least of getting it, being consistent and focusing on because your goal would be to get one sponsor.
Yeah. So I've been contacting some sponsors.
Not that any sponsor would be listening.
Yeah, I've contacted probably 10 smaller companies that I've seen on other podcasts. And have not gotten back to me quite yet.
You're going to one day get 1,000 emails. You have so many sent out right now.
There are a lot of sent out emails, but...
If you don't know, Sam's role is producer. That's Sam's thing. And we've kind of talked about a little bit. As Sukavision grows, do you feel like actors going to be pushed down?
Yeah, I think so. I would love to do some side acting.
It's stressful.
It is hard. It's not easy. It's a lot less work than the bigger jobs on the set because you show up and you act.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's stressful, but it's easy on set. But at the same time, it's
it's probably more draining.
I feel like you fit and are much. Obviously, you're a great actor, but you're much better. Much better. Obviously, Cassie doesn't mean well for everything. That's not a convenience thing. Okay, that's a skill up. Okay, of hey, being on set, ready to help, and also thinking about ideas and looking at it from different perspectives.
Yeah.
I think that's where you would have more fun anyways.
Yeah.
And being able to
100%.
Talk to the actors and saying, hey, you're doing good. This is...
Or, hey, you suck. Leave.
Luke wants his coffee at this time.
The actor? Luke wants his coffee.
This is something I think it'll be so funny when we're older.
When we're bigger and we it's a big thing going, it's a $10 million project, we're hey, don't talk to Luke right now. He's in a brainstorm session. You're just standing in a bubble. And I'm
just drawing on here. So,
no, you're not drawing on anything. You're
yeah, I'm just you're don't talk to Luke.
He's in the zone.
Don't talk to Luke.
Oh my gosh, we just have a blinking sign above you. The zone.
The zone. That would be so funny. Yeah, a Sukavision office. That would be sweet. Green screen.
We have forever talked about having an office.
Merchandise hanging up on a rack.
Yeah. We just get excited about having a space.
Let's keep getting excited. Let's think about what would the space look like.
I think that the space would be so cool. We could have so much different stuff in there. Podcast room, editing rooms, offices.
What would the podcast room look like?
Ooh, podcast. We're both fans of the clean aesthetic.
I would finally want... I think we'd have to have a switcher with 2 cameras.
Yes, yeah.
And we'd have to sit across from each other, so you don't need to do whatever this is. But this is so much easier.
Yeah.
Because setting up 2 cameras is twice the amount of footage.
Twice the amount of editing.
I don't know if whoever's watching, most people, when I watch a podcast, I mean, it might feel like you're with us more by just having the camera here and not the switch.
But production-wise, it looks so much
production-wise,
better.
it would be nicer. It'd also be a lot easier for guests to be like, come to the studio.
Yeah.
Now, where would that studio reside? Which I don't know.
That's a great question. Florida sounds so nice, I can't lie. But
It does
also
sound
Florida's
nice.
so hot.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be able to film in the summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is prime filming time.
Yeah.
We'd probably have to... It would be a cool office setup. Now, do you ever think about staying here at all and having a cool office? We're about to soak up every last bit of spot.
Yeah.
Like we have.
We're starting to run out of like locations, but
I mean, we'll be good for another 2 years.
yeah. Oh, for sure. There's places around us that we haven't explored.
Yeah,
and
we don't really go super.
Yeah.
We use what we know.
yeah, we use like, oh, we know this place. We know this place. We haven't really looked at like
American Dreamers is the first big branch out. Vendo's Debt. There's always spots.
Yeah, we always have used spots that we haven't used before, and we try to stay away from reusing spots too. We've done it a couple times with like my grandparents' house, but you don't really notice.
Yeah, because we are very like picky about what you see and don't see. Obviously, that's the whole point of making a film.
But yeah, I think. All right, here's my picture of the Suka podcast office: leather wall, leather table, leather mics, leather chairs, and we wear
and
all
two
leather.
leather daddies. You've seen Arrested Development. Tobias
Funke.
Tobias Funke gets so his daughter wants to go, was wearing leather and he wants to be hip, and he goes to like a leather bondage store. And he goes, give me something that says leather daddy. He's like
it's
super
so
unaware.
Funny. He's one of the funniest characters in like anything. He's so funny and unaware of what he's doing all the time.
That's just a hilarious clip.
Now,
I had to throw that.
With the leather daddy, I want to bring this into. So last night we were shooting.
No, don't turn it there.
So we were shooting and we come back and it's like sunset. It's after sunset.
We'll go in to talk about what it is. We need to finish our office talk. And also we cannot go from leather daddy to that. That's too much. That's too much. We need a little break from that. Okay, we're taking a pause. We're gonna finish the office. I think the podcast room would be so sweet.
Yeah.
It would need to be. I wouldn't want windows in it.
No, I think
no windows. Like the door. Let's throw the door in the middle. Ooh. We got podcast room. Sam and I can sit across from each other.
Big wooden table? What kind of table?
So we should be surrounded by the posters of movies we've made.
Yeah.
Like the Joe Rowe.
Yeah,
Big wooden table.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rowe, abbreviated. They're friends.
John Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Have like that big table. Just like have the mics there.
Yeah.
In and out. So we can get down, sit down, and press.
Oh yeah. I think it'll be such
setup.
a
lights,
once it's there.
Like the newsroom lights on us. I would kind of like maybe just have someone else to be the switcher and also the information lookup, because we're always like, what's that? Can you look that up?
Yeah.
What's the information of that?
Just have a guy back
and one of us is like, so the other day.
So like, I was walking with the dog.
And then I was like, all right, here's the information. We're like, okay, good.
So yeah, that would be very nice.
The Suka that's for like the podcast. Surrounded by the posters would be sweet. Just super narcissistic, only our work. But in the office, I would want to have a ton of stuff that isn't ours. Just that, because it's good for branding. Like, in the background, it's cool. Like, maybe we should even think about moving a poster over here. I mean, I have the Vendetta's Debt poster.
Right over there.
Don't actually own American Dreamers. That one never came out. That would be something fun to feature on the website.
Yeah, that would
you could
actually.
buy each poster there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people would, because it's a short film, obviously. But for the one person who does, it would be a cool brand thing. Then the actual office, I think it would need to have
basketball court.
Oh, that would be so epic. Well, we can go there.
Laser tag.
Oh my gosh, it's just our play done. I think a basketball court would be sweet.
I think it's a good okay, I cannot just sit down and work right now. I'm gonna go play basketball for 20 minutes.
Or just go shoot and have speakers in there.
Oh yeah.
Have it super fun, and then I think I don't know if depending on how big. If this is a big warehouse,
we're talking dude perfect office space.
Oh my god. Okay. Their thing is huge.
Their thing's massive.
Like the half of the so in theirs it's like the warehouse, and then in the corner it's like their office. So I'd like to have that too. Like people can come in and walk in, and it's like the Sukavision Office, and then the basketball court, wherever that fits in, and then imagine a huge home theater.
that's got to be
Not
there.
like a movie theater screen.
Yeah.
But something like semi like that. So we
Especially
can premiere movies in a theater setting to test them and edit them.
Oh, yeah.
That just came to me. That's an incredible idea. I just can't lie about that. And then that's connected to the office, and then an actual studio space.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's the green screen walls. You have the white walls where you can take product photos.
Yeah.
You have lighting area. You have all of our gear that can move around like the newsroom. You have a little
Gear
edit,
room?
like, oh my god. That's in the office. Have that big studio space where we can just build stuff and work on
Audio
stuff.
room.
Have giant doors to bring in cars and deliver stuff. Have the office. Like, that's what I think. And then have, like, that brand around of, like, don't show it all, but, like, do an office tour every couple of years on, like, one of our YouTube channels. I think that would be cool.
That would be so awesome.
You think we should add? Vending machines.
Oh, vending machines got to be there.
Free.
Snack room?
Free.
Snack room in the office.
That would be deadly. That
would also be so deadly.
That would be really bad for us.
We have a card that we can get, like, 2 things a day.
Yeah, we might need a limit. We might need someone there with, like, a baton and be like, you already
had your 3 snacks. I want one more!
But, I'm gonna go play basketball and watch a movie in my theater.
Theater would be so cool. What else?
Well, the theater idea has a problem because once we own a couple theaters, that's supposed to be our office. The movie theater.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
We
You're
could
right.
have 2 offices. We could have the Central Suka Theater. So if you don't know, we really want to open a movie theater as well.
Then there's the theme park, and then there's.
Can we have an office in space?
How hard it is to launch it.
I don't know.
Audio listeners, we're saying, hello, we're in space, but quietly.
Yeah, hello, we're in space. But obviously that only comes with hard work, dedication, and the support from you guys, obviously. We could not do it without everyone
better
listening.
At basketball.
Whoever's listening at this point, you are the reason that we are going to hopefully be able to do those things because you're so dedicated. And I don't want you to think of, like, I have to watch so I can support. I mean, that's nice, but we want you to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then that's okay. This is...
Jump in when you feel like you can.
We understand if you can't handle this.
Yeah. There's a lot here.
We understand if we're good for you, and get it.
We understand if you're not right here, you can leave.
We're not saying that. We love you, whoever you are.
Yeah, you are all great. Thank you so much for supporting what you do.
Now back. So we filmed the Sukavision trailer
release,
name reveal.
Yeah.
I heard the 2001: A Space Odyssey theme, and I was like, oh my gosh. Sam was like, do you think we could get a mirror?
Boom.
Sam got a mirror. Thought
got
we were
really
doing
lucky.
the day of. Yeah. Found a mirror.
I thought we were doing it the day.
We spray painted Suka Productions on it, or Sam did. Did an awesome job. We went out and filmed a couple weeks later, set it all up. It was raining at the start.
Yeah,
so we took turns holding the umbrella while the other one played in the water. Like children.
In the sand.
It actually feels incredible if you slow walk on the rocks.
Yeah,
it's like a massage on your feet.
Yeah, right at the side of the crest of the water. There's like the rocks, and you can like put your heel down and like just let your foot sink in. It's like exfoliating your feet, and Luke and I were loving it. We were massaging ourselves.
We are only inside all the time. We're like, bro, feel the sand in the water. This is crazy. Just like have been sitting, editing, and making movies and not been out in nature enough, probably.
We're like, oh my gosh, is this always how it feels?
We're like, this is so incredible. We're like, bro, come on, try this. Move your leg like this in this part of the rocks.
I'm like shaking my lips. I'm like, Luke, try this. And he's like, oh, that one doesn't feel as good for me. I'm doing this one.
I'm like, Sam, walk on your toes. You're like, ow, that hurts. And I was like, do I like pain? We continued to film.
We had the drone.
We played, and then we set up all the film stuff. Filmed. We were getting really scared because the whole idea is that Sam and I went out there, and I'm going to take a sledgehammer and break
smash the mirror that says Suka Productions.
Which is at sunset. And everything worked out exactly how I thought it was going to. It was really... Actually, I did get worried I was going to get hurt.
Oh, we were both... My heart was racing during...
I was like...
Right before he did it, I was like...
Please, Luke. Well, it would be so bad if that's where I got hurt. So, nothing happened, thank goodness. One of the ideas where we put on the sunglasses actually came from me being afraid I was going to get it in my eyes. Like, all right, I'm going to point to you. Actually, Sam's text, I had him send it to me, was... Safety glasses scene.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
Which was good, because if Luke had gotten glass in his eye,
That was the worst place. Like, face. Anywhere in my face. That, like, if I couldn't see, I knew, like, wherever else it hit me, I feel like I could recover.
Yeah.
But my eye, like, everything else is pretty covered. My eye were to get hit.
I was comfortable in the fact that I thought it would not hit your eye, regardless. I was worried about your feet. I thought that you had
barefoot.
Yeah, we were barefoot doing this, smash it, and then run right as the had to play in the water.
And because we didn't want to get our shoes dirty.
Yeah, we don't want to get sand all over the shoes.
But it went great. We cleaned up all of the glass.
Yeah, we got all the glass up because we didn't want anyone to step on it. There were some big chunks.
But we took the time. There's actually video proof if you need it. Because I was like, I don't want anyone to say we didn't. And then we shot 4 different cameras, including the drone.
Yeah.
You've seen the video. Hopefully it's only 1 minute. You should check it out. It's on Sukavision on YouTube.
That feels weird. I can't lie. That was like, huh? Sukavision on YouTube.
Then we go up to our parked car.
We're taking all the stuff back because there's a lot of stuff.
Surf's Up linked on Spotify so we each can hear it, but we're not together.
We had done this earlier when we were playing in the sand, and I was like, I can't hear it. I was like, because Luke had it playing on his phone, and I was like, I can't even hear it. And he's like, you just gotta walk next to me. I was like, okay. So we were walking next to each other, and he goes, oh, wait. And he sends me an invite, and we both start listening on our phones.
And it's just slightly delayed, and we're both just sitting there, walking up and down, sending the gear. And then we turn over, and we see these, hopefully, I don't know.
These people
in the car. And they were doing something in there.
No. So first, it's like,
oh,
let's get it on.
It's Bruno Mars.
Let's get this thing going on. So muffled.
It was like muffled.
So loud.
Baby girl,
I'm gonna get you right here. Oh, man.
Hey, my name is Bruno Mars.
It was like the funniest thing.
I'm gonna rock your world.
And at first
tonight.
I'm like, Luke, because he goes, they're playing that so loud. And I'm standing there and I go, I'm like looking, I'm like.
Because Sam was one car closer.
Yeah.
Sam goes, Luke,
they're in the front seat. At first they were in the front seat.
Doing
and
something.
They were like leaning on it. They were kissing. They were kissing.
It gets worse.
Yeah. So then we're like,
and Sam
we're
like,
that's so funny. It's like,
we're like, guys, get a room, guys, get a room. Guys, this is a public beach. What are you doing?
I want to say, it was past
Baby girl, what's your name?
That's literally what was happening.
We're just wetting ourselves.
No, but like they're in a spot where they could not see the sunset.
No.
Like the far side.
Very back, right next to our 2 cars.
Yeah.
We're like moving up and down from the beach. Peeing ourselves.
Yeah, and then we come back.
Like, oh, no way.
I look back again and I'm like, wait a minute. They're not in the front seat anymore.
They're in the back seat. And
kissing still.
The music's gone. We won't go too far.
Yeah.
Let's just say there was some interesting noises coming out of the car.
Well,
we're right there.
So Luke and I decide.
We're literally trying, like, guys, can you drive away or something? We're like, we have to clean our feet.
We're like, our gear is filthy with sand, and our feet are soaked in sand.
It's like 30 minutes of cleaning. We're like, you know what? We have to do our feet. You know what? They can leave. So we slowly cleaned our feet of all the sand and them sitting in the trunk of each of us. And then as we were leaving, we had to send them a message. So we blared love music back. And we're like, can you hear this, bro? And it was like, I just wanna get to know you, baby. I just wanna know.
Now we're just singing. And these aren't songs, actually.
They were literally there for like 2.5 hours.
It was insane.
We're like,
can you leave?
We're like, guys, this is uncomfortable.
Like, oh
gosh, bro. They're in the back seat, bro.
Get a room, guys.
So if that was you and you know the Suka Bros, take a lesson and maybe park next to the sunset, or go to. This is a massive public.
Yeah,
There's a family there, like 3 cars down to them. Like they are so clueless.
It was like hilarious.
Not even dark out yet.
No,
we're like, this is really uncomfortable.
It was
Let me talk to you.
The worst beach. So many people couldn't see the sunset.
Baby girl, what's your name?
The music was so loud.
Like it was
maxed. It had to be maxed.
Yeah, it was. Let's just say it was a little uncomfortable. Ended our night.
Yeah.
With a bang. I didn't mean that like that.
Pun unintended.
Pun unintended. But I guess now intended.
Now it is intended, actually.
That's the story of Sukavision.
That's the story of Sukavision.
And it was a great filming session.
I feel like I can see in my vision Sukavision.
Real lies, real eyes, no lies. These guys need to get a room, and they're not really disguised. Whoa! The almost just fell. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, like. We're here every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Check out Sukavision on the main channel. Goodbye. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink.